So let's go back to the idea of this toxic stress. If you're living in a home, or let's say a daycare provider situation where there's maybe a lot of yelling, maybe there is some spanking, a high level of stress, let's say between mom and dad, or maybe it's a single parent family, and those sort of stressful situations. What happens in the architecture of the brain?
So when a child is constantly exposed to these stressful situations, our body's response system is, kind of that fight or flight, and we release all these hormones. With When you have a caregiver who can respond to those child's needs and help soothe them, those hormones go away, and those stress levels come back down. Where in a really stressful environment, there's no caregiver to help control the response level, those levels are constantly high, and that they're finding can be really toxic to the brain and impede the development.
Yeah, in fact, the video showed
Yeah.
the little connections being made when someone picks them up and responds to those
Yeah.
different things, and it showed likewise things not happening in the
Yeah.
architecture of the
So
brain.
it really weakens the brain
Yeah.
architecture.
So that must affect development. That must affect academic success later in the early literacy programs, early education programs.
Yeah, there's sensitive periods in the brain for development, and if they're not getting those positive experiences, if they're always at that stress level, you're not allowing for those good experiences to happen.
And it makes sense
And
because adults. Oh, sorry.
I was going to just say, and all those pathways to occur.
Yeah, for everything, and it makes sense because we don't learn well in stressful situations.
Yeah.
The research shows that adults are the same way. So when we know that kids from 0 to 5 is where most of the brain development happens, it becomes even more critical to ease that path for them.
Yeah, and you know, they're finding that it's just such a crucial time period.
Yeah.
The brain is everything that we know. It's
Right.
what we know, what we do, and how we feel. And if we're not allowing for optimal development there, there's
Right.
going to be ramifications later on.
Right.